3 things I learned from 1 year of hosting on Airbnb. Thing 1, you meet some amazing people. People come to your city for all different kinds of reasons, to visit school, for work, just for leisure. And they're people that you have an opportunity to run into that you usually would not run into in your everyday life. And if you're smart, you take the opportunity to sit down and talk with these people, even for a few minutes, and listen to their stories and figure out what they're all about, why they're in your city, what their life has been like, what they do for a living, and you get to learn about people in a way that you would not otherwise get to learn, and you get to meet people that you otherwise would not get to meet. Thing 2, everybody's got an opinion. Everybody has an opinion, good and bad and neutral. I've hosted over 100 bookings because I do short-term rentals, so 1 day to maybe a few days, and everybody has a different opinion about everything. Some people come in my house and they tell me, wow, it's so big. Everything is so clean. I love it here. Your house is beautiful. And then other people don't say anything to my face, but they leave a nasty review saying the bathroom was dirty. The carpet was filthy. That's the carpet. Less than a year old. It's new. I clean it. It's not filthy. The bathrooms, by the way, 2 bathrooms, not 1, are both cleaned regularly. One of them just happens to be old because the house is 150 years old. There's a clawfoot tub. Yeah, it's not going to look pristine, but it's quite clean, I promise. So thing number 2, the point is everybody's got an opinion. Don't get down on yourself if somebody makes 1 nasty comment or 2 nasty comments. The overwhelming majority, if your place is nice and clean and friendly and welcoming, is the overwhelming majority is going to be positive guys. So just let the handful of nasty comments you might get slide off you like water off a duck's back. And number 3, having people in your home. If you do Airbnb the way that I do, house hacking, renting out individual bedrooms in my home where I live, not renting out an entire apartment or an entire house, but renting out individual bedrooms in my very own home where I sleep and live, is a risk. Thing number 3 is it's a risk. You're having strangers in your house. Yes, I do a good job to screen them. No, I don't accept any people that do not have good ratings before me. I usually don't accept a listing from somebody who's never done a listing on Airbnb before, unless I talk to them over message for a little while, for a few different messages, figure out who they are, why they're here, what they're all about. And if they refuse or they're unfriendly, I just don't host them, okay? I don't want to take the risk of having a stranger in my home where I sleep that I don't trust at least a little bit, that hasn't been vetted by me or by somebody else. So having strangers in your home, even though on paper makes sense, it's lucrative, it's house hacking, it helps to pay down your mortgage, it's a risk. They're strangers. You don't know them. You don't know what they're capable of, and you're sleeping under the same roof with these strangers, okay? So it's a risk. Now, I do have to say, in the 100+ bookings I've done throughout the course of my 1 year so far Airbnb career, is that I've only had 2 people, I guess 2.5, make me even a little bit uncomfortable, guys. Okay, so nobody's threatened me. Nobody's really made me feel unsafe. There have only been a couple of people that honestly, they're probably just a little socially awkward, but I thought they were a little unpredictable. I didn't know what they could be capable of, and they did make me a little bit uncomfortable. One guy was just kind of awkward and, I don't know, just kind of wrote himself into social situations. I was hanging out with my friends, and he just plopped down on the couch next to us. Kind of weird, a little bit odd, but definitely not threatening. Only 2 people have made me feel even a little tiny bit unsafe, and it wasn't all that bad. But still, the point is having strangers in your home is a risk. So that is number 3 because it's very important. All right, guys, so that's 3 things that I personally learned in my 1 year of being an Airbnb host.